This is my review on Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So, in Galaxy Far Far Away in the narration, we see a cut to action scenes and action scenes. Jar Jar Binks is back and has reunited with his relationship and is now the head of the council and said hello to Anakin Skywalker and so for a surprise how big he's gotten. Anakin Skywalker is still a Padawan in training, but he's become a much more experienced Jedi Knight, who was rejected by the council in the first one because he was too young and couldn't be brainwashed or enslaved, because he was too young for that, and to be adopted. A child. I just realized the Council of Jedi are child abductors that brainwash innocent children into following their cult. Oh, Jesus. I just realized they're bad people, actually. Like, I knew they were bad people, but I didn't know what the word was called, because it never hit me until now. So, because he wasn't adopted, because he, he's strong with the Force, he wasn't adopted. So, after King Long Ju said he was going to train after Obi's mentor, Liam Neeson, which I forget, I have trouble pronouncing his movie name, died, he will continue training, he said he will continue training, Anakin the ways of the Force. And the council is just bigger dicks as ever to Anakin. They're becoming bigger dicks in the third one. To the point you're kind of glad that most of the council died. And sad that Yoda didn't. Of course, I never liked Yoda since day one, since he first made his appearance in The Empire Strikes Back. I never been a fan of Yoda. I've always found him annoying, wanted to see him die. Now, I was happy I got my wish in the final installment in the original trilogy franchise. And knowing how big a prick he was before that franchise started, the original franchise, it makes me more glad that he died of old age in the original franchise. So, for the next generation, and Anakin's all that's left of the Jedi of generations, and because all the council died in the third one, and all of the cult died in the third one, the head councils and everyone in the cult, including children slaughtered by Anakin, which were Jedis in training, and he just slaughtered them and probably decapitated them. Yes. Anakin starts to go a little crazy. So when he finds out, he gets a counsel from his mother, that a counsel message from the council. He finds out his mother's still a slave, and then he finds out that she's being held hostage and going to die in the Anyway, he goes on a massacre and slaughters all the women and children that are pregnant and not just the men, and slaughters them like animals, he said. After he reunites with Padme, and goes back to Padme, and continues his semi-romantic relationship with Padme, and they start getting closer and closer. First, Anakin starts stalking her and looking at her like a pedophile, and looking at like a total creep. Then she starts to fall in love with him. Clay makes her uncomfortable. And also in this film, this assassin gets poisoned before Obi-Wan and Kenobi and Anakin can get some answers from the assassin for who hired the hit. And the assassin's last name was General Grievous hired it. So, she's assassinated by Boba Fett, who is the only one that's in these live adaptations, but make his first appearance in Star Wars: The Christmas Special. That nobody seems to like, but everyone seems to like Boba Fett. He has less screen time in that than he did in this. Yet everyone seems to hate this film. And I don't know. I'm not. I think Boba Fett looks cool, but I'm not a Boba Fett fan because I have no idea what his identity is outside of looking cool. So Obi-Wan kills Boba Fett, in the climax, and then, oh no, Boba Fett's, kid in this, and he's an adult in the Star Wars, movie, live action Star Wars film. He's an adult, full-grown adult, and wearing the same armor as his father, and looks just like his father. Something tells me they got Boba Fett mixed up with a kid, and just not assuming the kid is a Boba Fett. The Boba Fett is a kid, and didn't watch the Star Wars Christmas Special. Well, can't say I hold them accountable because no one really did back in before. Actually, no one still does. So, anyway, the Anakin loses his arm by going head on, trying to trick General Grievous' head on. Then Obi-Wan fails, and then it's all up to Yoda to whip out his mini lightsaber and do flips, acrobatic tricks. Well, and then defeat General Grievous, and he gets away. Blah blah blah. Defeat him in the third one. He gets technically in. Blah blah blah, because he wants vengeance and because he was ordered to execute by the head council. Blah blah blah. That's when he also turns full on Darth Vader, in evil. You know. So, it's not that, it's very light on story, but it's a lot more fun than what's it called? Mask of the Phantasm. I mean, damn it, that's Batman. The Phantom Menace. Get the Star Wars. It's a lot better than Phantom Menace ever was, and better than Force Awakens, and better than The Empire Strikes Back, which are my top 3 least favorite Star Wars films of all time. If I had a top 3. Least favorite being the bonus stack more, like secondly from being the one when Oda makes his debut appearance, that's Empire Strikes Back. And the other one's the sort of continuation / reboot of the franchise. So, I didn't give you my thoughts now. I'm going to tell you what this gets. I guess a 10 out of 10 for being just stupid enough. And being light on story just enough. And delivers heavy on the action scenes. So, yeah, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 because it's just so fun to watch. I had more fun watching this one than I did more stuff than I did with some other stuff. It's not my favorite Star Wars film, but it's definitely in my top 3 of Star Wars film, which is the first one. Wait, that's 4. The first one, which is Star Wars, and then later was titled Star Wars: A New Hope because I don't know why. It's marketing reasons, I guess, because after the original trilogy ended. And the other one's called Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, which is this one I just reviewed, And my favorite Star Wars of all time, next to the original Star Wars called Star Wars, reason they call Star Wars A New Hope, is Star Wars The Return of the Jedi. That's my favorite one still. I like all the Star Wars from in that in the main canon. I seen Rogue One and Solo. I like Rogue One, but I don't think it's that great of a film. Solo, I think, is a much better film than most people give it credit for. And I'll get to those two films some other time. And I haven't seen the Rise of Skywalker yet, but I'm going to. I seen Last Jedi, but I'm going to have to watch it again because I don't really have. I have a 2017 was a bit of blur to me, a big blur, and I don't remember anything other than that. The two movies I watched was those that were new, that were planned. The third conclusion to, which was called War for the Planet of the Apes, or yeah, that was new in the Lego Batman movie. Those were the only two movies I remember I was seeing in 2017. I can't, and that's the only that were new to me. That and I know I saw more new movies, but that's 2016 was the year I was starting to slow down, Mr. Cormier, and 2016 and no, oh, I saw Logan in 2017. I did. I remember now. 2016 was when I started slowing down, and I slowed down a lot more, was watching movies and TV shows, and 2017, and I forgot most of the films and TV shows I watched in 2017 and 2016, but not as bad, because then my memory just was just that fried. Literally, it was busted. Felt like it broke a busted fuse or something. Mentally, it just was not working anymore. Getting new memories was just not working anymore. Literally, and holding on to the old memories was starting to fade quickly, and slowly at the same time. Slowly, but eventually, I remember pretty much none of my past memories because of all the trauma I went through when I was little. So, why am I telling this? And why this video is still going on? I gave it a 10 out of 10. Oh, I know why, because I was talking about Star Wars, and then I said, I remember why I was going to this. Last year came in 2017. And that's why I don't really have it fresh in my head. I need to see it again, so yeah. Well, I've seen it recently, the rest of it. I just haven't seen the end of it. So yeah, that's all. I give it a 10 out of 10, right? Yes, I did.